Hello everyone and welcome to the July garden tour, and it seems like I'm doing this every week, not every month. The months are flying by, but anyway, if you like these videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Let's start off in the middle, and I want to show you my rose. Do you remember we pruned the rose? We did it down to 5. Do you remember that, Richard?
I did.
Well, look at all the buds. Look at it. Look at these. So it just goes to show, if you do it right, you can have 2 lots of flowers every year. So that's amazing. So let's look at the little lime that was planted just this week. Looking very good. My mahonia. I love this mahonia. I really love this mahonia. This is a beautiful nandina, which I love for all the constant different colours that it produces. Now, we planted these clematis. Let's see if I can remember the names. We have the Dr. Ruppel, the ice blue.
And the bourbon.
No, that's the bourbon, but well done, Richard, because I planted every other one, so you've remembered ice blue and bourbon. That's fantastic. That's adjuster, then the bourbon, Viticella Etoile. This one here is called a Vitalba. That is another Dr. Ruppel. That one there, which you can't even see because of the huge Chinese plumbago. This one here is called an Ernest Markham, and then the tiny one at the end is called the Kitty.
Kitty.
Let's go back, Richard. Let's go back. This is serious. Let's go back and just look at how much the hot lips have grown. And what I wanted...
We do like our hot lips.
We do. We do. Anyway, what I wanted was for this to be swathed in hot lips, and we're getting there. So that's lovely. Oh, the verbena, which my gardening friend Ron gave me that, and it was tiny, and now it's fabulous. Okay, so this is the fountain area. We should have put the fountain on really for more spectacular effect. The heuchera is done very well, and this variety is called Dark Secret, and Richard has a few of those, don't you, Richard? we all have a few dark secrets, let's face it. Anyway, moving on. Oh, I took this idea from another YouTuber. He's called the Enduring Gardener. If you would like to check out his channel, it's really good, and he has some fantastic camera photography intros, and he makes it very interesting. Well, I watched his last video, and he put his spent alliums in little shrubs like this, and I thought, why did I not think of that? Here we have the crocosmia just starting to flower, and the canna lilies. Now that I've cleared this away to make room for my beautiful dogwood, which you may have seen in the last video, now the canna lilies have sunshine, and they have, I'm sure, already bloomed up. Richard, can you zoom right in and focus on the one dahlia? Because that dahlia has been through a lot to get here, and all the others died, so it needs a little bit of applause. One of my favourite plants in my garden is the Fatsia, because I love it for its architectural shapes, is the bougainvillea, which is doing very well. These are not flowers, these are leaves, and it escapes me the name of the leaves, but it is to attract that tiny little flower there, that it produces these to get pollinators. Now, can you see behind me the wonder of the limelight hydrangea? Look at the blooms on my hydrangea. They are gorgeous. and these are nowhere near as big as they are going to be, and you can see all these new little bits everywhere. This is my first year. Salvia, I may have to trim this down a little bit because it is encroaching on my hydrangea. Here we have the fuchsias, which are just beginning to get their little buds. The fuchsia came with this obelisk, so I'm assuming that they are going to climb all the way to the top. We shall see. I was worried about my other obelisk because the sweet peas were doing nothing until 2 days ago. They've begun, and you're supposed to pick them all the time to get more blooms. I didn't want to pick it because I needed it for the garden tour, and they smell so lovely. Okay, these have done incredibly well. They really have done well, but they are struggling now, and as you can see, they are so leggy. Little cypress topiaries. More of the same here. They've just done incredible. Bear in mind too, it has rained. It's flopped because of the rain, but look at it, how much that has grown. Beautiful little rose. That's kind of like an antique pink colour, I think you would call that. Oh, I'm so pleased with this. I think it's beautiful. It is the Juster, the Clematis Juster. So pretty, and I'm very pleased because I did not know if that was going to take, because it is a little bit of a shady area around here. Let's go on into this area. Oh, hanging basket. A few days ago, this looked much better. We've had a lot of wind. Anyway, this is just marvellous, and I think the colour goes so lovely with the pot. And if we look at the honeysuckle, and if you go upwards, Richard, because Richard has had to extend the climbing frame for it because it has really started to shoot up now. This is the other one. This one, didn't think, see over there, the wind howls through, as you can see it shaking. So it's done very well, considering. I filled up my box tree moth trap again the other day, so that has had a new lot of stuff in there. The boxes are doing very well. There's been no more damage. This plant here, I'm going to put the name on the screen because the name has escaped me. It's got beautiful little flowers. It's very nice, and I don't remember seeing these flowers before, so I think they are, it could be the first time that's happened. And also my smoke bush is finally turning the smoky colour, and it looks very, very healthy. Around here, you may remember, was a huge big jumble of stuff, so I had to clear out of that, and I moved a few things around, and so it's a lot more breathing space. I need to move this, which I keep thinking I'm going to do that, and I just never have. This, if anyone knows what this is called, I would be very grateful. This has got new little flowers which it's never had before, but I don't know what it is, and I'm a member of a Facebook group, and I even asked them and they know everything, but no, I've done plant snap on it, pictures on my phone, we don't know what it is. Oh, no. Yes, I hadn't thought of that. Actually, it does look a little bit like that. Anyway, it's probably a very, very rare variety that is worth an absolute fortune, and someone from the RHS would give me an awful lot of money to take it away. Well, let's see. Look at these, my Van Gogh Tuscan totem pole. No, my Van Gogh Tuscan totem pole cypress trees. That's done well. And my beautiful vanilla fraise. And it is beginning to go a little bit pink. There. We have a lovely fuchsia, which unfortunately is hidden, but anyway, oh, I want to show you this. I absolutely love this. It's called a veronicastrum, but they remind me of like candelabras that you would have on your piano or in the middle of your dining table. They are so lovely, and the bees adore them. So I love them. That's a perennial. So I've had that for a few years. Don't have to do anything to it. We have a heuchera and more verbena. This is my lovely little rose. Very delicate. I've had that since my 30th anniversary, and this year I had my 39th anniversary. Another heuchera here. And these are the other osteospermums, which have all done so well, and they do open in the morning or when they've got sun on, so they've closed now, but they are quite profuse. We're nearly at the end. A blue fosco grass. Sweet Williams have finished now, so I cut them back a little bit. This, I believe, is called a choicea. The berberis. Love the berberis. You can't actually hug the berberis because it's full of thorns. The other, Tuscan totem pole. This is another autumn joy sedum, and I did cut every other little flower off when I did the Chelsea chop. So you can see that these ones have grown. The ones that I didn't cut have got tiny little buds in the middle. So hopefully I've extended the flowering season. So these will flower, and then maybe a few weeks later the other ones will come up, and then it should, with a bit of luck, extend the whole season. But I love those, they are lovely in the autumn. And we are back to the rose. So we have gone full circle. There's just one thing left we haven't done, which is the new little bed. So we have the geraniums, beautiful colour on the osteospermum. Then there's these two, and I'm still amazed how these two plants here, bought from the same place, right next to each other, have performed so differently. These has got beautiful little furry flowers, and of course one of the favourite things I have in my garden is this heuchera, coral berry, and more blue fusco grass, which is doing very, very well, very, very bushy, and all you have to do every now and then, run your fingers through, get all the dead out. So thank you so much for joining me on the July video tour, and we'll get on with August and see what's in store. I have quite a few plants to plant. I still have loads of ideas, much to Richard's chagrin. Is that a word? Much to Richard's dismay. No, much to Richard's reluctance.
No.
Much to Richard's trepidation. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you to everyone who has.